Do you ever feel this weird nostalgia where you smell a certain smell or you hear something and it reminds you of this deep-rooted memory that you had when you were a child? That's a core memory, okay? Core memories are literally you living in the present. You are able to appreciate what's around you and you're remembering it. It is deep rooted into your brain to the point where you'll have nostalgia, like this weird deja vu feeling. Core memories are rare, okay? You can have memories, you can have glimpses of something, you could even have pictures of the past, but are these pictures deep into your brain? Are they remembered like how you remember the smells and the sounds of things that you were around? Core memories, I believe, are generated mainly when you're a child. Why? Because you're not able to put it into anything else. You're literally just living. You are living life and you're appreciating it. You're appreciating the heck out of that candy. You know, anything that has sensory, you're appreciating the heck out of it. So when you get these nostalgia feelings, when you get this core memory now, when you're an adult, appreciate it. I feel like we should be chasing this feeling. We should be chasing this core memory type of phenomenon. It's a phenomenon because it's rooted in your brain for a reason. Your brain chose to remember this memory. And it could be something so random, you know? For me, honestly, it's like little summer flowers. I could smell summer flowers from a mile away because it's what I used to smell when I was a child. You know, like little dandelions or some sunflower. I smell these smells and it just reminds me of when I was a child. So anything that reminds you of when you were a child, that is a core memory. And in order to tap back into that, you have to be living in the present mind. You have to be living in the present to really grasp these types of memories. You can't just take pictures and expect yourself to remember it. You know, it's a synthetic memory. You know, having pictures is great because you can always remind yourself. But guess what? The reason we take pictures is because we do forget. It's because we're not living in the moment. We're taking a picture because we know we're gonna have to remember this one day. But if you really live in the moment, like our grandparents did, you know, our great-grandparents, they were able to live in the moment. They have more core memories than we ever will because they didn't live their life through a camera. They didn't live their life through their phones. They were living life, period. They have the core memories. They're able to really let you live. If you are around your grandmother, grandfather, great-grandmother, great-grandfather, if you are lucky enough to have them in your life, I bet you, if you are around them in any sort of way, they are able to create a core memory for you just by being around them because they know how to live. They know how to really appreciate the senses of everything around you, you know? So in order to tap back into that type of core memory, we have to put down the phones. You know, if you're doing something that's really cool and you want to remember it, you're maybe going on vacation or you're going somewhere, you want to take pictures, take mental pictures. You know, it's okay to take pictures. It's okay to remember things or force this memory because that's what cameras are. It's a forced memory. I mean, they have memory cards for a reason. It's forced. You're forcing this memory onto yourself so that when you're 80, you probably won't remember it, but when you look at the picture, you'll remember it, right? That's what we tell ourselves. But I swear to you, deep down, these grandparents, they remember so much because they are able to live in the present. And that's just how we're supposed to live. We're human beings. We're not technology. We're not robots. We're not supposed to remember everything, but we're supposed to have these core memories that we can relay back to remind us of who we are and what we truly like. And being around these senses, they make us feel good. You know, if you're by these flowers and you smell flowers around you, it can make you feel good. If you're by a babbling brook with water trickling around, you know, this can make you feel good. These senses make you feel good. That's what creates a core memory, not a picture, not a selfie, not a video. No, Of course, you're going to remember because of the camera, but you have to remember it for yourself. You need to take mental pictures. You need to mentally remember what you're doing, what you're feeling, what's around you, what you smell, what you see, what you touch. Everything is correlated to that core memory. Everything. And that's also why I argue that the more core memories we have is when we were children. I don't think I have any core memories of when I'm an adult. Like, I can't think. The one core memory I feel like I had was probably moving out for the first time, you know? But it's more of a nervous feeling. You remember those nerves, you remember the butterflies, you remember the anxiety, the stress, you know? Why can't we just remember something good? You know, you gotta not take pictures so much. And I say you as in me. I take a lot of pictures, I take a lot of videos, and I want to live in the moment. I want to have these core memories for myself when I'm 80. I don't want to go back to these pictures and force myself to remember. I want to really remember. I want to really feel the feeling again. You can't really feel that through a picture. You could probably plug it in and probably figure out what you did that day, but are you really going to understand what you felt? Core memories are so important. They're so important. They're also very important for children, because that's where I say that's where they come from. Core memories are rooted from your childhood. But guess what? We are in 2024 and there are already children taking pictures. There's already children on their tablets, on the game and doing, like they're taking pictures already. It is not a bad thing. Being creative is great. Being creative can help as a child, but to have these memories, you gotta let them be free. Don't let them have the electronics so much. Being a child, you're supposed to remember being a child. You don't want to forget being a child. That's why core memories they start there. They start when you start remembering things, when you can actually have a hippocampus. When your hippocampus is freaking, you grow up and you can remember all these childhood memories. Like, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. And you should want that for your children. You should want to create these core memories and not put them on the tablet, not distract them from life. Let them feel the senses. And as an adult, the most beautiful part is we have a choice. We can choose to take a picture or we can choose to live in the moment. And you know the right answer. We all know the right answer, okay? But in order to really, truly live in the moment, don't take the picture first. Live first. Live. If you really feel inspired to take the picture, then take the picture. I feel like you need to live. Live in the moment. Feel it. Appreciate it. Embrace it. That's true life. That is real life. You don't want to be 80 years old looking through pictures. You want to be 80 years old wondering, thinking about it, having this nostalgia thought, feeling these feelings, That's beautiful. And that's it today. I wanted to talk about, creating core memories, and there's a lot less of that lately, especially in children. I'm seeing a lot more children taking pictures, taking selfies, I want them to remember their childhood because I remember mine. I have a lot of core memories from my childhood, but being an adult, I take way more pictures. I take more pictures to remember than for me to actually appreciate it in my face, If you go see the Grand Canyon, okay, this is my last thought, the Grand Canyon. Are you gonna sit there and look at it, or you're gonna take a freaking selfie with it? You gotta think about this. This is real life. You want to embrace it. You want to be part of the Grand Canyon. You don't want to just have a postcard. Embrace the core memories because they are truly who you are. And that's it. Thank you, guys.